Hi, welcome to Leo's Getting Started video series. During the course of these videos, you're going to learn how to start your Leo business and how to duplicate the efforts of the successful leaders that we already have around the world. Now, there's a few things you're going to need. You'll need a copy of your Getting Started guide. Now, you can download this from your back office. Simply log in, find the language of your own choice and download the guide, print it off and use this as a reference. You'll also want a pad and a pen so you can take notes, and if you have any questions at all, please contact your upline or contact your nearest Leo office. Okay, so let's remind ourselves exactly what Leo is about. Leo stands for Learn, Earn and Own. So we're going to learn how to be a successful entrepreneur. We're going to learn the techniques that we need to be successful in life, in business and in our personal life. And while we're doing that, we've got the opportunity to earn. So you can earn through the Leo marketing plan, and then we also have the opportunity to own. Through the unique ownership models that Leo has, you too can start to develop assets and develop capital for the future. So let's really now look at the beginning of getting started. It's really important in network marketing that you start in the right way and that you use a process that's duplicatable by everybody that is going to join your winning team. So we keep things simple, and this is very, very important. By keeping it simple, we ensure that we can duplicate our efforts all around the world in different languages, different cultures, and different countries. So let's take a look at the Leo facts. Now, the company was established in 2012 by Dan Anderson. It's a privately owned business. We've got world-class leadership. We are a debt-free company. We're a disruptive business model with no competition. We're a 100% owned platform and our own technology. We're a global brand operating in over 120 countries today. There's a worldwide opportunity for you because you can start your own Leo business and expand globally from day one. There's a unique compensation plan which includes ownership modules. And the other most important fact is this is perfect timing. You know, the key to success in business is to recognize the right opportunity when it passes your way. And when opportunity and timing collide, you have the ability to do something very, very unique. And Leo is a unique company. Dan Anderson's vision is to make Leo the #1 direct sales or network marketing company in the world. And with your help, we know this can become a possibility. Okay, let's look at the Getting Started guide. This guide has been designed and created around over 100 years of experience in direct marketing and network marketing. So everything in this guide works. The techniques are proven to build a successful network marketing business. And we're going to give you everything you need in this guide to help you develop your business in the first 30 days. Now, it's really based around Dan's motto and belief that fast is better than slow. And creating momentum in your network marketing business is very, very important from day one. We also use a systematic approach. And the reason we use a system is the word system stands for saves you stress, time, energy, and money. And as we're looking to leverage on our time and leverage on the efforts of others, it's very, very important that we do use a system that's easy to duplicate. We use proven techniques in the Getting Started guide, and these techniques, when used properly and consistently, will deliver success. It's easy to duplicate. Anybody that follows our Getting Started guide can have success in their first 30 days. They've just got to learn the techniques, put them into action, and take massive action in the first 30 days. And lastly, and most importantly, our Getting Started guide is compliant. It actually conforms and complies with all of the rules of the Direct Selling Association. So let's look at the system. This system is systematic, so it's there to help you develop your networking business and to help your team to see success. The first step in our system is the invitation. Now, the invitation is very, very important, and this is really the one step that you need to learn to master. All of the others you can really learn as you earn. But the invitation is the key, because if you can't successfully invite people to look at Leo, then you can't do a presentation or anything else. We then have the presentation itself. Now, this could be done in many different ways, and we're going to look at this in greater detail in the coming slides. The follow-up and free account is very, very important. So by having a follow-up and introducing our upline to our prospective team member, and by letting them download a free account by using the app, we can also help them to make the right decision in joining Leo today. Then we invite them to watch a Getting Started webinar or to watch this video so that they see exactly the same things that you did when you started your journey with Leo. And finally, step 5, we upgrade them from their free account to a paid account. And they do this by simply purchasing a value pack, which includes access to all of our online learning and other exclusive member benefits. All right, before we look at the actual process of inviting and all of the 5 steps we've just looked at, let's look at some things we need to do actually before we get to that point. Now, it's very important in business, whether it's network marketing or any other business for that matter, that you understand why you're involved in business. And the way to do that is to do something called goal setting. Now, a lot of you may have done goal setting in the past and you feel it doesn't work, you don't want to do it, you might not even like the term goal setting. So if you want, you can call it targets. But this is vitally important that at this stage in your career with Leo, that you actually take time to write down the goals, the things you're looking to achieve and why you're actually joining our winning team. You see, goals set the basis for your motivation, and your motivation is the thing that will actually make you take action. So we need those goals. Now, we advise that you write down 101 things. Now, this is 101 things you want to see, do, experience, buy or own before you die or you leave the planet. Now, you might say, well, why 101? Well, I'd love to tell you, but I can't, because I know that you'll try and shortcut the system. Just trust me and trust the company, you need 101. And the other thing is, you don't put a date on these goals at this stage. You're simply listing down the things you want to see, do, experience, buy or own. Once you've done this, you can share that with your upline, with your mentor and your coach, and they will help you to devise a blueprint for how much work you're going to do, what rank you need to achieve within Leo to achieve those goals. So it is a really vital thing to do. I mean, you could really look at it this way. If you go to book a holiday or a vacation and you go into a travel agent, when you walk in the door and say, I'd like to book a holiday, what does the travel agent say? Well, they're probably going to say, where would you like to go? If you replied, I don't care, I'll go anywhere, they probably think you're a little mad or there's really something wrong with you, because you have a destination in mind when you go into the travel agent. So not having goals in business is the equivalent to getting on a plane and flying somewhere and not knowing where you're going to land. How could you plan? You don't know if you're going somewhere hot, somewhere cold. You don't know whether you need to have ski wear, whether you need sun cream. You don't know whether you need insurance, whether you need injections or not. So goals are vital if you're going to be successful in business and in life. You really need these goals. They become the basis of everything that you do. Now, if you've got a partner, a loved one that you live with, you should get them to do the same. Now, no conferring, no copying. You sit down individually and write down the 101 things that you want to experience, own, or do before you die. And now you'll have 202 goals. And together you'll now have an overlap of around 30%. And the 30% of the goals that are very similar in their nature will become your team goals as a couple. For the first time in your life, you may well both be headed in the same direction, looking to achieve the same thing. So right now, I urge you to pause this video and turn to page 5 of your Getting Started guide. In there, you will find the section that will allow you to write down all of the 101 things you want to see, do, experience, buy or own before you die. I'll see you real soon. Hey, welcome back. I'm glad you took the time to write down your goals because it's vitally important for your future success. We now go to step 2 of the goal setting process, which is visualization. Now, this is a very common thing. It's done by sportsmen and women all over the world. When they're rehearsing and practicing for the Olympics, they visualize actually winning. They visualize crossing that line. They visualize landing the knockout punch, whatever sport that they're in. And in business, we need to do exactly the same thing. We need to visualize that these goals have already become a reality and that we're already living the life that most people will only ever dream of. So visualize every day what it would be like to drive the car of your dreams, to live in the home of your dreams, to maybe not be in debt, to send your children to private school, to have time freedom, to have independence, all of the things that have come out from you listing your 101 goals. The final step, step 3, is the realization. And that's when your goal becomes a reality. It's vitally important that you don't keep it to yourself. Now, this isn't showing off. This isn't like building your ego. This is about helping to motivate your team and other family members at Leo, because you can achieve a goal which could motivate one person or 1,000 people to work harder to attain their goals. When people see your success, it can become their success. So don't be selfish. Share your goals. Review your goals every single day. I guarantee you one thing. If you work towards your goals without any dates, you'll achieve way more than if you commit mental suicide by putting dates next to every single one of your 101 goals. It's easier and better to work towards the entire list and let the universe take care of the rest. The next step in our preparation before we get into the actual steps of developing our networking business is to actually develop our list of prospects. Now this is on page 10 of your Getting Started guide. So if you're following along as you're looking at the video, that's where you need to be. Now, building a list or a database, if you like, is again no different to any other business. Every business needs a database. It needs a list of potential customers, it needs a list of potential suppliers, etc., etc. And in Leo, as a professional networker developing your Leo business, you need a list as well. And it's really important that you get these written down or maybe create an Excel spreadsheet. Basic information, name, contact phone number, their email address maybe, and then some notes of when you last spoke to them. So you've got that information to fall back on if you need it in the future. As we develop that list, it's very, very important that we don't prejudge at all anyone in the list, because you and I don't know where they're at. We don't know their circumstances, and we don't know whether now is the right time or not. So we have to really be a little naive when we develop this list. And finally, step 3, you're going to separate that list into easy to talk to and not easy to talk to. Just get 2 different highlighter pens and pick a color for each one and highlight down the ones you think are easy to approach and those that aren't easy to approach. Now, once you've done this, you're going to contact your upline or your sponsor, whoever it is that you're working with in Leo, and they're going to help you to call those first 20 people. Now, this is important because this is part of your training process. This is how you learn how we use a system and why it's a system that's easy to duplicate. So now you've got the list, let's pick up the phone and call our upline and ask for help.